Come on up, Bob. Yes, sir.
Hey, how are you doing?
While the men's choir coming up, everybody else gets your hymn, let's turn to page 235. We'll start off, He Set Me Free. Everybody stand, we'll start off our 11 o'clock service with our prayers. 1, 2, 3, praise the Lord.
Awesome, Lord. Thank you, brother.
Lost in sin, but Jesus took me in and filled the light from heaven, filled my soul. It made my heart in love and wrote my name above, and just the talk with Jesus made me whole. Now let us have a talk with Jesus. Let us get on out our trouble. He will hear our ladies cry, and He will answer my inquiry. in fear, my eyes they fill with tears. But Jesus is a brand new watching day and night. I go to Him in prayer, He knows my every care. And just a little talk with Jesus makes it right. Now let us have a little talk with Jesus. Let us tell Him all about our trouble. He will hear our faintest cry, and He will answer by and by. Now when you feel a little burden burning, then you'll know a little fire is burning. You will find a little talk with Jesus makes it right.
That's good, brother. Good job.
Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. When the shadows of this life have grown, I'll fly away. Like a bird from prison bars have flown, I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. Just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a land where joys never end. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. Just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a land where joys never end. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away.
Lord. Bless them, Lord. God.
we've been there forevermore. Bright shining as the sun, we know there's days to sing God's praise. And when we first begun, praise God, 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 praise God. Hallelujah.
Love you, baby.
This morning, ain't it wonderful being in the house? Brother, the way it's looking outside and when you watch the news, you watch our country. I don't believe it's going to be long that Jesus is going to say, come up here. You know, even down in Egypt, when the children of Israel was bent down in them mud vats, making bricks and mortar for those big pyramids, God heard their cry. And God seen the tears.
Right.
And God said, Moses, in front of the burning bush, said, Moses, go down there and get my people out of Egypt. I've heard their cry. I believe he's in heaven this morning. I believe he's hearing the cry of his people. You say, how long? How long, Lord? And I don't believe it's going to be long. God's going to say, church, come on. It's enough. Brother, when God sees it's enough, it's enough. If you ever in your lifetime has been a member of this country, seen our country in such a mess. Brother, the devil's active. And I got news for him. I give him a little prophecy here this morning. He's going to get it. That's right.
Yeah.
The Bible says he'll get it for a time and a season.
Amen.
Yeah. So, but you know, I'm like this. I heard about that billionaire that's pushing a lot of this stuff that's going on now, George Schultz. I pray God save it, man.
Amen.
That's the best thing. That's the best thing. I pray God save it.
Right.
But they kind of give a little light on what he's pushing for. He's pushing for a one world order.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks it's time that he can use his money to push for one world government, one world order, and one world economy. And that's what he's pushing for.
Yeah.
And that was what the rest of them was pushing for. It was pushing. But I tell you, I know it's coming. I know what the Bible said. It is going to come.
Yeah.
It's going to be a one world government, one world church, one world currency, and it's coming. The Bible teaches us that. But I'll tell you what I'm saying. I want it to come on God's time, not some man's time. And brother, listen. If it's up to man, brother, Lord, you know, I'm going to tell you something now. I'm a Christian by the faith that God gave me to put this book here. By accepting His Son as my Savior. But there is a tribal people in this country that would love to overthrow this country and turn this country into law.
Yeah.
The Muslim law.
Yeah.
Because their law and their way and their lifestyle, if you ain't of their faith, what happens? You be hidden. That's exactly what the Antichrist is going to have done. If you don't accept his mark, then you will be put into a little crowd of people, just like it done them Jews. when they gathered all them Jews up and put them into those concentration camps in Germany, 6 million of them. We can't even imagine that number. 6 million Jews died in the gas chamber. It's pitiful. So you see, listen here. If you don't accept the mark of the beast, you will be put aside to be beheaded. And I use that word kind of lightly if there's children in this church, because children don't understand. But I try to say it in a way that you understand. And the Bible teaches us, if you don't receive that mark, if you're in that time of period, then you got a choice. Either receive it or either not receive it. And if you don't receive it, then you will be beheaded. But the Bible also says if you lose your life for Christ, you will gain it. But how many is going to lose their life for Christ in this day and time when you can't even get them to live for? Don't that make sense to y'all? So you see, that's what I'm saying. For material gain and wealth gain, whatever, people will do about anything for money or wealth. So if it means take a chip in their hand forward to have better lifestyle, to have better finances, to go on with a program, yes, they will do it. They're already doing it. They're already doing it. That's what I'm saying, church. We here to do the rapture of the church. And it could happen any second. But you got people that sits on pews and out here in the world backslid on God, they don't believe it. If they did, I believe this church would be filled up this morning. And I don't know if this, and I believe others would be filled up. Because people, listen, Jesus is coming. He's going to call us out of here. And the Bible says in the moment, the twinkle of an eye, brother, we're going to be gone. As if you know when a thief was going to break in your house, you'd be there waiting on him. But you don't know when a thief's going to break in. They don't tell you. And that's the reason he uses the terminology. I'll come like a thief at night. You don't know when I'm coming. Only God knows that. Not even the angels in heaven don't know it. But God knows it. And brother, when that happens, it's going to be, poof, be gone.
Amen.
Twinkle of an eye. 1100th of a thousand of a second. We're going to be gone. But anyhow, I'm glad to say, and I'm glad to thank God when he comes. I'm glad to thank God I can say thank God I'm going home. I'm not tied down in this world that I can't turn it loose. Because when he comes, whether it be night hour or day hour, even so come Lord Jesus. All right, let's all stand and ushers, if you will come and let's take them all this morning. Brother Johnny, y'all men sound good. Brothers, y'all sound good. That was good. We do want to congratulate Sister Rhonda on her pretty red car out there.
Yeah, all right.
Brother Charlie got on a pretty green shirt, ain't he?
Yeah, I usually had that car so I had to match it up. But I told her I like my shirt, but I don't know about that. I don't know about that color.
Right, boy, Sister Rhonda. God bless you.
There you go.
I'm proud of you. Somebody asked a question many years ago. Says, why did God make so many different kinds of flowers? You know God had colors out here a long time before man ever got hold of them.
Right.
But God made many different colors and many different kinds of flowers for one reason. To make the world beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Why did God not make everybody look alike?
Mm.
If everybody looked like me,
Good. Who?
I mean, to tell you, everybody have to be wearing shades. But God made so many different people. He made so many different colored people. Now, the question is, which looks the best? A solid bouquet or a mixed bouquet? A mixed bouquet does, in my opinion. And I got my opinion. Amen. Everybody sitting here with orange, yellow, pink, green, and purple and blue and brown and white. You know, y'all look like a bunch of flowers out there. You're God's little flowers. Amen. And,
I don't see no roses.
Shirley used to sing that song, a flower
I see no roses.
in God's little services. But see, God's got flowers in the master's bouquet up there.
Right.
They fade out here, but Lord have mercy, they bloom out for eternity.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, church, for the offering this morning. You have your Bibles, let's turn over to Isaiah chapter 51. Isaiah chapter 51, and starting in verses 9. And God bless His precious word. It says, awake, awake. You'll notice that word awakes twice. When I read the word God says something twice like this, I begin to perk up and take notice. God has a purpose for saying something twice. Most time, a lot of fathers will tell you one time, and if they know you've heard it, it ain't be no second time, because second time you're liable to get some discipline. But God says here to His people, awake, awake, put on the strength, O arm of the Lord. Awake again, as in the ancient days, in the generation of old. Art thou not it that had cut Rahab and wounded the dragon? Art thou not which had dried up the sea and water of the deep, great deep? In other words, He said, ain't God the one that done all this? What He's trying to say to His people, as I say here this morning, honey, He's God. He's got all power. There's nothing He can't do. But so many times people forget God is God. Yeah. They forget He's all power. But they reminding the Jews here, He's reminding His people here that He's God. Wake up. Wake up. He's still God. Wake up, Christians. He ain't done gone to sleep. He ain't lost His power. He ain't forsaken it. Thank God He's still God. Hallelujah. He said, wake up. We sit in church, but we sleep in our minds a lot. We go home, we sleep in our minds. Because our mind is intoxicated on things other than God. It's intoxicated on the things of the world. Listen here. I know Brother Lawrence taught a lesson this morning. We seen it lived. Brothers and sisters, there's too many people that's trying to fulfill life and the abundance of things. Yeah. And the psalmist said, joy is not in the abundance of things. True joy is in the Lord Jesus Christ. True joy is in God. True peace is in God. True happiness is in God. Brother, you can have this world, you can have it by a tail or downhill pull. But brother, without God in your life, without the Spirit of God in your life, without that peace of God in your life, you still going to be without. Your life still going to be void. I mean, listen, you can't fulfill the heart and Spirit of God in your life with things. You can have all the money in the world. But what do you got when it's gone? You can have the nicest car in the world to drive, but without God, what are you going to have when you come to the end of life's road? I have these funerals, and people have quite a bit of material things. But when I follow the hearse to the cemetery, I noticed they ain't a tractor and trailer behind it. You know why? Because when you draw that last breath, all the material things you got is not going with you.
Amen. That's right.
What do you got with that? He's saying here in this scripture, he says, awake. Awake. So you see, I want to turn over here to another portion of scripture in 52, Isaiah 52. It says right here again, he's in two chapters right here together. Awake, awake, put on the strength of Zion, thy beautiful garment, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth thou shalt no more come unto thee, the uncircumcised and the unclean. He's saying, awake. Now, I want to speak a little bit on this thought this morning. Wake up before it's too late. Wake up before it's too late. Brothers and sisters, if we don't get out here and help some of our people to wake up and come to the knowledge that they need to get right with God, there's going to be people right under our nose that we think supposed to be saved, we think supposed to be ready to go. But brother, listen here. God said if you have not the Spirit of God, you're not of His.
Amen.
And you talk to them and you always feel that contrary attitude. You talk to them, brother, they'll just tell you, I don't want to hear it. Preacher, I don't want to talk about it. Brother, listen, but yet I'm saved. And yet I know I'm going to... Brother, something's wrong with that picture in my eye.
Amen, brother. Yes, they are.
I got out of church one time, and I'm not proud of it, and I'm not boasting about it. But I can tell you one thing. I know that I was saved. I know I was saved as I am right now. But I also know that I was in a bad situation. And I couldn't justify my situation because of somebody else. God said, if you fall this morning, you fall after your own lust. You don't fall after somebody else. You can blame this and you can blame that and you can blame the deacon, you can blame the preacher, you can blame everybody you want to. But God said, if you fall and you get out of God's will, you do it after your own lust.
Amen.
Yeah.
Brother, listen, when Lot walked away from Abraham, honey, he didn't do it because Abraham pushed him and treated him bad. When Abraham said, Lot, we've got to depart. You go, you choose your way. And whichever way you don't choose, that's the way I'll go. But said we're blessed with so much, we got to depart. They were both blessed. And Lot, he thought a moment, now this is a change I've been looking for. You know why? Because that rascal was backslid story.
Yeah.
You're looking the way out of God's service this morning, you're already backslid. You're just waiting on somebody to give you an excuse to make that move. But God says, wake up, wake up, wake up. Now, the title of his message is Wake Up Before It's Too Late.
Amen.
I believe as I stand here this morning as pastor of this church, there's been a many people, they woke up, but it was too late. There's people in hell this morning, if I know my Bible, and I believe it. They woke up, but it was too late. Brother, when you got a daddy, a mama, a son, a daughter, in the age of accountability, and they go out this walk of life lost without God, honey, it's too late.
Amen.
You can't witness to them when they go. You got a dad that dies lost without God, honey, he'll wake up, but it's too late. How do you know that, preacher? Because the Bible says over in Luke 16, honey, there was a rich man, there was Lazarus, the poor beggar. But the rich man, he fared sumptuously every day. He had the nicest luxurious food. He had the luxurious living. Honey, he had the servants. He had it all. But Jesus.
Yep.
He had it all but Jesus. The Bible says he died. I don't care, listen, how rich you are, how maybe poor you are, or whatever your standard might be, honey, when you draw that last breath, everybody from the time of Adam and Eve, honey, we all draw that last breath the same way.
Amen.
And we all die. Because God said it's once on the part of man to die. Then after death cometh the judgment. We all going to stand before God. You ain't going to stand before the Lord Jesus Christ as a Christian, or you'll stand before the judgment bar of God as lost. He said, wake up. The rich man, he woke up, but it was too late. He woke up in hell, but it was too late. He cried, but it was too late. He had concern for 5 brothers, but it was too late. He was begging for everything he could get. Says, Abraham, please send Lazarus back till he may warn my 5 brothers, lest they come down here in this awful place. You know, love church, we take hell so lightly sometimes. We take it, and most time we hear it in a slang word. But listen here, children, hell is real.
Amen.
I've been seeing them how they've been showing the difference between smaller nukes and bigger nukes, bombs, and how devastating those situations are. Even for the smallest one to the biggest, that is a devastating situation. That's unthinkable. Brother, when a heat can be so radiation off of something as a bomb, and it can go within miles away from the center part where it hits and explode, and literally take the flesh off of animals and off of anything before them bones can hit the ground. That's some hot heat. And hell is 7 times hotter than that. I don't believe in hell, preacher. Well, I'll tell you what, the rich man didn't believe it either, but he's out there. But it's too late. Judas Iscariot kissed the door to heaven. Went out and hung himself. The Bible says he went to his own place. He sure didn't say he went to heaven, did he? He walked with Jesus. He talked with Jesus. He ate with Jesus. He followed him. I'm sure if Jesus had 12 and one of them was a devil, I'm sure we've got some too. A lot of churches got it. Because the Bible says, not everyone that says, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of God, only those that's blood washed and born again. You got some that can come to church and make prayer requests. You got some that can stand up and sing, oh, I love Jesus. You got some that can come and do all these religious activities that Christians do, but walk right out that door. And they can't wait to get somewhere a drug dealer and hit them with some drugs. Or get to an alcohol bottle, a can. I preach, I don't see nothing wrong with it, not if you get saved with it. You get saved with it. Well, they don't think a little wine will hurt nobody. What's the difference of a thimble full of alcohol and a whole gallon? Come on. Don't strain a never me and swallow a camel. That's what so many people do. They try to justify everything. Because the lust of the flesh is more important than the things of God. Judas Iscariot, he woke up, but it was too late. We have teenagers. Y'all know this on television where they've been talking about the record of how many teenagers and young people is dying of this poison drugs. My God, we got an epidemic in our country. There's an epidemic right here in Randolph County and Gifford County, in Davidson County. There's an epidemic of it. Every time you turn around, somebody's being found dead with overdose of poison drugs. They found them in the cars beside the road.
Yep.
One woman, they showed her on the news a few times. She couldn't wait to get her hit of drugs. She got them from somebody, and she pulled over. She couldn't wait to get to a destination and take care of her babies. She had her babies in the back seat. She pulls the car over and goes and gets a hit of drugs right then, and immediately it takes effect on her. And there she is. Next thing she knows, she woke up in the hospital. They said they had to give her 4 or 5 of those shots to bring her back around. That's how strong it was. If they hadn't found her when they did, there'd been 2 babies without a mother. And you know what? When she got to the hospital and she found out her baby was okay and she survived it, no more. She said, no more. That was it. That was the final. That was a straw right there. She said, it's more important to me to be alive than have my babies than have all the drugs in the world. Why in the name of God can't people come to this conclusion? You know what it is? You're going to live and die by the choices you make. Young people want that high. They want that high, that real high. But they ain't saved, they get that real low. They ain't saved, they bust hell wide open. Just simple as that. Wake up, before it's too late. The rich man woke up, but it was too late. Brothers and sisters, you got people out here lost. Get to them before it's too late. That's the message this morning. Wake up, church, and try to get to the lost. We witnessed to Johnny Hooker there, an 86-year-old man. Brother Eric went down there talking to him. He's hardcore, but he ain't so hard that God can't break him. Brother, God can put you in a fix to where you will look up.
Amen.
Oh, yeah. Naaman. Devil thinks he's got him in the palm of his hand. But when God says, devil, turn him loose, he's coming to him.
Amen.
But it all helps God to turn loose in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
John's brother. God says, devil, turn him loose. Because that man's praying his heart out. I call his brother out every time we pray now. I call Naaman's name out every time we pray. Johnny Hooker and Darrell Lilly. 4 people. God saved them. Anybody else out there is lost before it's too late.
Amen.
Before it's too late, wake up, church. Wake up before it's too late. Because once that death angel knocks on your door, once it knocks on your loved one's door, it's too late. Never head down, never eye closed. Never head down, never eye closed in the service. How many of you got people that you feel like in your heart you know they're lost? Let me see your hand. Look at the hands all over this church. How many here this morning said, preacher, I know without a doubt I'm saved. Let's see your hand. God bless everyone in this church. How many would take time right now to walk up here around this old-fashioned altar and say, God, help me to get to some of my loved ones. Lord, help me to get to somebody that's lost before it's too late. Lord, help me. Well, friend, if we don't move now, if we don't wake up now, when they're going out in that hearse, when they're taking that last ride to the cemetery, it's too late then. It's too late then. You want to just bow your head right where you at and pray right where you at. Our Heavenly Father, God help me, Lord, to witness to our loved ones. Lord, help me to be the servant that you have me to be continuously. Forgive me of my faults and my failures. Father, bless my brothers and sisters around this altar and those that sat there in the pews. Father, help us, Lord, to have that burden. God, give us that burden for that lost soul before it's too late. Lord, help all of us, Lord. Take this message, God, to the heart of everyone here. Lord, and help us. Help us to have that burden for that lost soul. Well, that inside of your precious will until you get back in. But Lord, have your way. And we're glorifying. We thank you for everything you do for us. And we ask this prayer in Jesus' name. We love you, Lord. Now tonight is snack night, but we will have service tonight. And we'll all meet out in the fellowship hall and have some fellowship and some refreshments. And so, and I do hope all of you have a good day. Y'all pray for me and I'll pray for y'all the best I know how. And let's remember each other, remember each other's family. And pray for little Shannon. She sent us a text message yesterday that she's having some problems in this pregnancy she's in right now. And she just lost one here a time back. And unless the Lord intervenes, it looks like she might lose this one. And got my brother-in-law and sister-in-law down at Whiteville. There was, it was Cheryl's daughter. She had to be took to the hospital. Her little baby's heart quit before it was born. So let's pray for them. And pray for other requests that we've got. God knows all about it. And so, remember Brother Jerry here. God will help him with his feet. Brother David, pray for him. Y'all, let's all just pray for each other. And y'all pray for me. So let's all stand. And Brother Lawrence, dismiss us.
Our Heavenly Father, thank you for today, Father. Father, in the precious name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for the service here today, Father. Thank you for the way you moved in the service, Father. Thank you, Lord, for your precious word, Father. You take us all home and bring back to the next point in time, Father. In Jesus' name, bring you thanks. Amen.
Amen.